Oh, wow. That is a bad drawing. Hi everyone and welcome to my tutorial on hair. Every drawing will not be this bad. So someone on Reddit was asking how I went about drawing hair. So I was just going to explain that in a way that we can all understand. I'm just going to do male hairstyles right now. So when you're drawing hair, you want to know what you're drawing. So I would suggest going on Google search. So I want to learn. I want a wavy hairstyle for men. So I'm gonna search men hairstyle wavy. And if we go to Google Images, we get this. So I try to find something that suits what I want to draw. So let's do this one. He must be a celebrity. He looks like a celebrity. So I want to do this type of hair. Pretty curly, wavy. So what I will do is I will draw my head base, which in this case I'm just going to draw a circle because that's easy. I always draw very rough with the lighter gray when I'm starting out. And if I'm actually drawing the character, I would probably do the eyes and the mouth and the eyebrows and everything first. But for this I will not. So let's do this in separate layers. So let's get rid of that. And another layer here. And I'll go with a darker brush. So when I draw hair, I think of hair in terms of mass. So what does weight and mass is kind of how I think of when I imagine hair, how I draw it. So I'm going to draw this hair, and it looks pretty, bouncy, pretty big. So I'm going to draw it out of the back here. Have it come down. And we'll do a little cowlick. And you want something like that. And the only time I would ever draw something in the middle here is to maybe show a little more definition in the hair. So I want that, I want that part to really stick out, so I'd put a couple little darts right there. But I think that's good. Yeah. So when I draw hair, I think of it as in terms of mass. It should always be, that far away from the head. It should never be right up on top of it. So here's another example here. Okay, so here's another example. It should never be like this. That's a bad example. Should never be real close to the head. Should never be that close to the head. Almost never. I mean, if the person's like balding or something, that would make more sense. Okay, so you always want to think of having a having a little bit of space in between the hair and the scalp. most definitely. Something like that. You always want to have see, I'll draw this here. You'll notice that that there's a lot of space in between the actual scalp. Oops. The actual scalp and the top of the head. There's a considerable amount of space there. That's because you want to make sure you can tell what the style is and that it's recognizable and it actually feels like it's there. Because if you draw it too close to the head, it's going to be like, is the person balding? How old is this character? Because another thing about the width between the lines of the top of the hair and the scalp is it could be a younger person and you put more thickness in between those two lines, but an older person you may put less. It's kind of my theory to drawing. Always think about it as a mass and not as a individual lines. So I hope this tutorial helped you. Leave a like, subscribe, favorite, all that fun stuff, and I thank you kindly, and goodbye.